Hi guys, Roxanne here from Tiny Home Living. Well, today's an exciting day. Chris is actually cutting the hole in the floor for the toilet flange. Now, lots of funny stuff going on there. There's the vent, the plumbing vent, and there's the water in the floor. And of course, the toilet flange is dead center on a floor truss. And also, he's really hoping that when he cuts through, that underneath, it sort of looks like ribs, almost like this, but it's almost like steel I-beams going across the sea can on the whole bottom, and he's really hoping he misses one of those, because that's going to be a lot of work to cut that out. Now, we've all seen toilets that look totally goofy. They end up being put right beside a wall. They're not centered in the alcove, and that's what most people would do, is just shift it over and stick it in the hole where they're going to miss all that stuff. That's not what we're going to do. It needs to be dead center on the 30 inches. 30 inches is code. If I'd had more room to leave, I would have, but it's a tiny house. If I'd had a regular tub, like a 60 inch instead of a 66, I would have had 36 inches there, but sorry, I love my tub, my 66 inch tub. So anyway, he's working on that. That's going to be a lot of work just to get the hole through there, get everything put back together, and but you know, it's progress, lots of progress. So anyway, got the tank out there waiting to go in the hole, got the hole dug, got the gravel coming to cover it. So much happening, and stuff that has just been so long coming. Anyway, let's get going with the day. So of course the floor truss is dead center where the toilet flange has to go, but that's not the worst part. The beams that go across the bottom of the sea can, Chris is really hoping that it's just outside of the circle that he has to cut for the toilet, because he'll have to cut that steel too. Ta-da! There you can see the thing that he had to cut out. If you can see it from the other angle, yep. It's laying down there on the ground. So Chris has got it all closed back in and the flange in. And then he'll put the flooring back in when he's a little less tired. So that's a big part of the hole filled. Just putting some styrofoam around that, or insulation around that. And we're going to lay insulation on top of the tank as well. And of course all the chickens want to eat the styrofoam. So Chris got this covered up so the stupid chickens would stop eating the styrofoam. It's almost filled in. He's got to put those white things on the two things. Those things on the table. Put on the holes. It's only doing two. And then he's going to put more insulation on top, and then put the last layer of gravel on. Oh, you silly chicken. Look at, they want that one piece of styrofoam. I'm going to have to put that up. These guys are driving us bonkers. They're all trying to get in on the styrofoam action. I've got one of those caps on, the white tubes. Do the other one next, and then put the styrofoam on top of the tank. Crazy chickens going nuts on the little pieces. So Chris has got 2 layers of that stuff. It's about 1.5 inches, I think. It's actually some boxes of Insulfast, which is for insulating sea containers. It's the only alternative to spray foam. And I got a whole bunch of boxes for $18 at an auction. So we're going to use the rest of it to insulate the coop before winter, hopefully. Said that last year. Look at these crazy birds. I don't know what it is about styrofoam. That's going to be an interesting colored rooster. It's a mix of, I don't know what, all kinds of things. Now Chris got the toilet alcove repainted and the windowsill, which makes me happy, but look at this mess from the smoke. That's the frame of the cabinet. And he hasn't done the ceiling yet, but that has to be redone. But look at this mess. I'm going to clean this right now because I wanted to, the top of the door is really hard to clean. And I might even have to take the towels out of here. I'm not sure. You can see how the highest cabinet is always the worst. Really don't have time for this right now, so I might just do the frame and then do the rest later. Because I have to take them all out, put them in a laundry hamper, clean in there, put them all back, and I'm trying to get ready for Thanksgiving dinner on Sunday. So Chris has just put the baseboard back on, and you know what time it is. It's like a real throne, almost. So we went to town today to get all the last stuff we needed. Chris had a hose to go from the tank to the water, and it doesn't fit. So he did check to make sure he had a hose, but he didn't check to make sure it was the right size. So he's gone to the neighbours to see if he has one of those things. I hope so. The one thing you'll notice, other than my mess on the counter, I like the fact that this wall is 36 inches and you can't see the toilet from here. Just a little thing, but that makes me happy. Well, after our second friend having a hose that didn't fit, Chris ended up having to go to town. Thank goodness they were open today, because it's a long weekend, but they're usually open on Sunday, so ta-da! And a slow close lid, of course. Well, that is a wrap for today, guys. Another friend is just phoning now, but it's getting late. We've got the wood stove going. It's time to put our feet up and get cozy. It's a chilly old night and the weather is turning tomorrow. But meantime, oh, look at that. Anyway, we're done for today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.